Hello everyone, this is Maverick Tripolet BSIT2A. Welcome to this new video of Activity 2.6.1 Topology Orientation and Building a Small Network. Addressing Table. This lab does not include an addressing table. Here's the objectives. Correctly identify cables for use in the network, physically cable a pair-to-pair, verify basic connectivity on each network. Here's the introduction. Many network problems can be fixed at the physical layer of a network. For this reason, it is important to have a clear understanding of which cables to use for the network connection. At the physical layer, layer 1 of the OC model, and devices must be connected by media cables. The type of media required depends on the type of device being connected. In the basic portion of this lab, straight-through or patch cables will be used to connect workstation and switches. In addition, two or more devices communicate using assigned addresses. The network layer or layer 3 requires a unique address, also known as logical address or IP addresses, which allows the data to reach the appropriate destination device. Addressing for this lab will be applied to the workstation and will be used to enable communication between the devices. Task 1. Create a pair-to-pair network. Step 1. Select a lab partner. And this is our workplace. That's where we connect the devices. And step 2. Obtain equipment and resources for the lab. The equipment that we needed is 2 workstations and 1 Ethernet cable. And in the activity here, we have already 2 PC. In task 2, identify the cable used in a network. Before the device can be cabled, you will need to identify the types of media you will be using. The cables used in this lab are crossover and straight through. Use crossover to connect 2 workstations to each other through their IC's Ethernet port. This is an Ethernet cable. When you look at the plug, you will notice that the orange and green wires are in opposite position on each end of the cable. And here's our cable. And this is the crossover cable. Let's try this one. So we can see that the 2 PC are connected. So you can see you will notice that when you will notice that the color of the plug is color green. They're both green. So let's try let's try the straight through cable. This one is straight through cable. Fast Ethernet. Use the fast Ethernet. So you will notice that the 2 plug It's color red and it's not green. So the cable, so the cable we use is not compatible for these two devices. So let's change this cable. So we use the crossover cable. We will use the crossover cable. So in the next step, step 1 in task 2, cable the peer-to-peer network using the correct Ethernet cable. Connect two workstation together. Connect one end-to-end cable to an NIC port on PC1 and other end to PC2. So here's what we did. So the cable we use is crossover cable. So let's check the result. So the result is only two items complete over 6. So let's proceed to the next task. In task 3, configured addresses and test. Step 1, apply a layer 3 addresses to the workstation. To complete this task, you will need to follow the step-by-step instruction below. First, click the PC you want to assign an address to. Okay, click the PC1. Then click the desktop. Then click the IP configuration tab. In the IP address box, enter IP address 192.168. So the IP address of PC1 is 192.168. 192.168.1.1.2. Then press the tab key and the subnet mask is automatically entered. The subnet address should be 255.255.255.0. So the IP address is wrong. So let's check 192.168.1.2.2. Then enter, then subnet. Then the subnet is automatically entered. So let's close the IP configuration and let's check the second PC. Desktop, then IP address. Then the IP address of the second PC is 192.168.13.13. 192.168.1.3. Enter and let's try the subnet mask. So the IP configuration is done. So the subnet is 255.255.255.0. So let's close this one. And step 2, verify connectivity. To test connectivity, follow the following instruction. Click PC1. Then click this tab. Click the command prompt tab. Typing ping 192.168. So let's type ping 192.168.1.3. So the result of the ping, and here's the ping statistic for 192.168.13.3. Packet tracer sent is equal to 4 and receive is equal to 4 and lost of 0. Approximate round trip times in milliseconds minimum is equal to 17 milliseconds and maximum is equal to 40 milliseconds and the average of 30 milliseconds. So let's check the completion of the activity. So let's check the result. And here's the result of the activity. So the activity are completed. So the total points of 6/6. So the activity is done. And that's all.